Hi, hello, welcome to the video lecture about the file transfer protocol. Myself, M.Naveenraj, Assistant Professor of CSE IoT Department. So, the today's subject will be a computer networks. So, the topic will be file transfer protocol. So, normally, what is file transfer protocol? It is nothing but a internet tool. Okay, it is nothing but internet tool. It is provided by TCP/IP. Okay, it normally helps to transfer the files from one computer to another computer. Okay, so there are some places we have a necessity of transferring files from one computer to another computer. So where the your FTP exists. Okay, so one computer to another providing access to the directories or folders. Normally there will be a client. Consider that there will be a client and there will be a server. Okay, so what we called as the client will be as local host. So for server we will call as remote host. So there are two hosts, one is local host, one is remote host. That is local host will be your client, whoever are requesting, that will be client. So the server will be nothing but a data storage places. So the every data will be stored in that server. So whenever the client, that is client is also called as end user, whenever the client will asks you, so what it helps, normally it helps to transfer the protocols, the data from one system to another system. Okay, so normally when you take goal of this FTP is to whatever the example, a system, a computer system A has a OS of Windows. Okay, then another computer is having some different OS. So it is a possible to transfer file even the OS is different from two computers. Okay, so that is what the FTP helps for. Okay, so normally we can transfer ASCII code data or image data, that everything can be transferred from one computer to another computer. So first what will happen, the client will request a server. So the server will check for the possibility of the data, whether it is having or not. If the server is having the file, it will give to the clients. So this is what the actual process happening inside. So this FTP uses some commands to get some files. So the FTP means that clients, the end user, the local host will be using some commands in order to transfer the files from one system to another system. Okay, so what are the commands? For example, you can take get file name. If you use the command as get file name, it is just to get the file, single file, from one system to another system. Suppose if you want to transfer the multiple files from one system to another system, you have to give get file name. Okay, so this is the commands you have to know whether how to transfer the files from one system to another system. So you can use another command is called ls file name. That means you have this will list all the availability files in your server. Okay, if you want to see all the availability files in the server, you have to use ls file name. Okay, so this is the command you have to give. So this is how the file transfer protocol exists. Okay, normally so far we have seen what is file transfer protocol. It is transferring of files from one place, one system to another system. There will be so work process will be like client will be there, server will be there. Client will also called as end user, is also called as local host. The server we called as also called as remote host. So normally the client will do the request, then you will be having server will check for the possibility of data availability. If the data is available, it will give to the client. This is how FTP works. Okay, so it will use some commands like get file name, get file name, and ls file name. So these are all the different actions we perform using the commands in the FTP protocol. Next, we have two types of FTP connections are there. Okay, one is active FTP connection and one is passive FTP connection. Normally you will be having two channels here. Okay, so one is command channel and one other one is data channel. So who will use the command channel? The end user, because the end user, he needs the data, so he will give the command. So the command channel will be in end user side, that what is active FTP connection and what is passive FTP connection. So we based on this command and data channel, we can explain what is active and passive FTP connections. So if mutual work between the client and server, for example, I am the client, you are the server, we will have some mutual connections, okay, that we called as active FTP connections. Okay, so suppose if both command and data channel on client side, okay, for example, if you are requesting something to the server, but you will not get the channel immediately, data channel, because you will be having command channel, server will be having a data channel. If you request something, if the client is requesting something, if the server is giving the data to the client, then we called as active FTP connection. But if you are requesting a service, okay, what server, but instead of directly providing the data, it will give some port number. Okay, port number will be sent by the server, that we called as the passive FTP connections. Normally how the FTP will works? So normally